The bedroom door opened from outside when Jungkook came in. Baum got up from the edge of the bed with shyness. He stopped in his tracks when he saw his wife, who was still in her wedding dress and alone in his bedroom. I thought you would have already slept. When he said this, she raised her head and looked at him as he removed his wristwatch with a tight expression. My luggage hasn't come in, and I didn't have a spare dress to change into. Oh, will you wear my clothes then? Until tomorrow, I'll arrange some for you. Sure. He went to the closet and gave his clothes to her. You go and freshen up. I'll also freshen up in another room. She nodded, and he nodded back to her. Just as she was about to leave, he called her again. Did you eat anything? She shook her head to indicate no. Okay, I'll make something to eat. Well, I mean, it might be a trouble for you. I'll make something after I freshen up. I didn't make food early because I was still in my wedding dress. I can understand it. Carrying this heavy wedding dress and cooking isn't simple. There is no trouble for me to cook for both of us. She smiled. He isn't just handsome, but too kind as well. Okay, Jungkook. He left home. When she came downstairs, she was surprised. He had cooked so many dishes in just a few minutes. While she was like that, Jungkook smiled at her as he was bringing the plates too. Shall we eat? Yes. They both sat next to each other, and before she could serve, he started serving them, making her feel like she was a princess. I hope you will learn dishes as well, which I cooked hurriedly. When she bit into it, she was impressed. I love it. This tastes fantastic. He smiled as he started eating. She also ate silently, but lost her gaze on him while he was eating like a well-behaved boy. He just noticed her and looked at her. Do you need anything? He asked about food, but she hesitated to speak. Jungkook, I wanna know how you cook so well, treat others so well, and remain so humble. Since my mom passed away, I had to learn cooking. I got this nature from my father. But when he married another woman who already had a 2-year-old boy, my father passed away 3 years after the marriage. She asked me to live with her, but I couldn't, so I came back to Korea to live in this home because it was the home my father built for our family. Why didn't your stepmother and younger brother attend your wedding? Don't they like you? They like me, but mom said my brother had a small accident and couldn't come. But they both will visit us soon. Seems like you love them then. Yeah, I love both of them. After all, they are my family. From today, and you become mine as my wife. She could see how deeply he felt as he spoke. They were sharing so many things and getting to know each other better while having dinner. It was an arranged marriage. At first, Ryan was hesitant to marry Jungkook, but her father promised her that Jungkook was the right one for her. She trusted her father and married Jungkook. Ryan was a bit shy, and Jungkook was a kind guy. The days were going so beautiful, and Jungkook and Ryan became one, loving each other so much. In the home, it was just the two of them. He would go to the office in the morning and come back in the evening. She would engage in deep conversation with him, and they spent their time together happily without any problem between them. Jungkook was hurriedly getting ready and calling Wan's name, and she also came to the bedroom directly from the kitchen, stopping her cooking. Where's my tie, Wan? I'm already getting late. Wait, let me see. She searched for it and found it and went to him. Put it on for me. Me? She asked shyly. Then whom should I ask? The neighbor, or did you fix my tub? Jungkook. She whined. He chuckled at her. She started putting the tie on his neck. Then he brought his face closer to hers. She didn't notice it until his face was just milliseconds away from hers, creating a romantic tension between them. He stared into her eyes. She swallowed, he staring at her. when his right arm wrapped on her waist, pulling her closer. She parted her lips, and when he was about to kiss her lips, his phone started ringing, which made them stop. She quickly moved away from him, pretending like nothing happened as she tucked her hairstyles behind her ear. Jungkook hissed in disappointment and glared at his phone. When he saw it was from his mom, he quickly attended the call and spoke happily. Wayne was getting curious about why he was so happy. Wan. After hanging up the call, he looked at Wan with a funny smile as his eyes brightened. What's the matter? Mom called me saying my brother was coming here. He will stay here for a few days until he learns some business work tasks for me. That's great. It would be even better if your mom could come here too with me. She can't come right now because of office work. We need to understand that she is the CEO then. Oh, okay. I'll go and receive him. His flight lands in 30 minutes at the airport. Okay. He was fixing his chair as he left happily, a smile still on Wan's lips. Jungkook loves his family so much. I feel happy for him whenever I see him smile like this. Well, I'll prepare the guest room for his brother. I'll make some dishes before they arrive. Where's your wife, bro? Wait, Wan, come downstairs. She curiously came to the living room to see Jungkook's brother with a bright smile on her face. But Jaemin was surprised. When he saw Wan, she looked so beautiful that he even forgot to admit that she was Jungkook's wife. Wan, look who came here. Wan saw Jaemin standing behind Jungkook. She was surprised to see him. He looked like a hero with a good-looking big body. Hi, Jaemin. She extended her hand, but he was still surprised. Wait, this is her? Really your wife? Of course, she is my beautiful wife, Wan. Nice to meet you, Wan. He gave her a handshake, maintaining eye contact. Wan shook it. But when she was about to take her hand back, he didn't let go. She gave an awkward smile in confusion and put a pressure to pull her hand back from him. Jungkook, take him to the guest room. I'll arrange the dishes. Let's have breakfast together. Yeah, sure. Jaemin, let's go. Jungkook was taking the luggage from Jaemin and heading to the guest room. Wan turned back and walked toward the dining area, but Jaemin didn't care. He was still staring at Wan's back, biting slowly. She's indeed sexy woman. How did this Jungkook even capture her? Damn. I want this one. He was to himself and went to the guest room. The three of them had breakfast and Jaemin's face lit up when Jungkook spoke. Jaemin, it's time for me to go to the office. You take a rest today. The day after tomorrow, you can come with me to the office to work, okay? As you say, bro. Jungkook nodded and looked at Wan, who was collecting plates. Bye, Wan. Come home quickly and bye. He nodded and left. Wan was taking the plates to the sink to wash them when she dropped one. She bent down hurriedly and started picking up the pieces of the plate. But Jaemin's eyes widened as he cut the sight of her, slightly visible in her position. She clenched his fist to control himself. Then Wan felt something from him. She looked at him normally, but when she saw him staring at her, where he was staring, she gasped in uncomfortable movement. She immediately pressed her hand over her breast and pressing it against her skin. She cut up, but he kept staring at her shamelessly, not blinking. She felt slightly nervous under his gaze. She quickly dumped the pieces in the trash and rushed out of the room. Why he had been staring at me like that? The way he stared made me uncomfortable. Shakes her head. Wan, don't misunderstand anything. Jungkook told her. Jaemin is a good guy, and you should treat him well too. From that day, she was finding weird and uncomfortable situations when facing Jaemin. And that made her feel like Jaemin isn't the kind of guy like his brother, but he was something else. But she never tried to tell Jungkook about her thoughts, as she also didn't know what was wrong with Jaemin. Time skipped to 1 week later, where Vine was watering the flower plants in the evening. She was walking aside, but her leg slipped, and she was about to fall back. She closed her eyes tightly, and two arms wrapped around her, making her numb. She clutched, thinking it was Jungkook. She clutched his shirt for safety as he brought his face closer to hers, and she could feel his warm breath. It felt like this scene was about to happen. When she opened her eyes, she was scared to see Jaemin everywhere. She widened her eyes in tension. He smiled at her, still in the same position. "You are alright, right?" "Yeah, I am." She let go of his shirt and was about to move away, but he didn't loosen his grip on her, which made her fear increase rapidly. "Jaemin, leave me. I'm okay." She tried to push him slightly, feeling uncomfortable, but he chuckled. "No, I feel like you might fall for it. So let's stay in the same position to feel each other." She looked at him with a serious glance. "What? I mean, you might fall on the floor." "I said I'm okay, really," she said unknowingly, but he shook his head. "Do you even understand what you are doing?" They had footsteps coming. Jungkook was calm. That's when Jaemin let go of her immediately and Jungkook stepped in. "Oh, you are here. I was searching for you all over the house," he said to Vaughn, coming towards them. But Vaughn didn't ask why, as she was feeling unsafe because of Jaemin. Jungkook furrowed his eyebrows at her, wondering why she was silent. "Don't you ask me why?" "I told you right, I'll take you to the movie." "But no, I feel like I don't want to watch a movie. Go with your brother," she said, avoiding looking at Jungkook and left. Then Jaemin spoke before Jungkook could get any doubt about her avoiding him. "Let her stay at home. We will go together." "Huh? How can you leave her alone and go with you?" "Sometimes girls crave to stay at home alone without anyone beside them." "Is that so?" "Yes, come on, let's go." Jungkook was in silence for a second, but nodded with a smile, and they both left to go to watch the movie. Jungkook and Jaemin were watching the movie in the theater. Jaemin's mind was running with wild thoughts as he glanced at Jungkook, seeing how much he was engaging with the movie, as it was too thrilling and suspenseful. "Jungkook?" "Yes?" He responded without even looking at him, his eyes still on the screen. "You watch the movie. I need to go." Jungkook looked at Jaemin with a question mark. "What?" "I saw my ex while coming in here. I just wanna go and talk to her again." "Oh, go then. I also need to go, but I didn't tell you." "To where?" "To meet a client. I deserted a call in the middle of the trial, right?" "Yes." "Actually, he said he would come tomorrow, but he came to our room for some work purposely today. So it means he won't come home early today. And this is the perfect opportunity for me to meet one. Jaemin, you have got your chance finally. Come on, do it." "Okay bro, you go and I also go." "Don't do it anymore. He has bad intentions towards me. My suspicions about him terrible. Every word he says, his looks are no joke. I need to be careful. Whenever he is around me, he looks scary too." She heard footsteps coming toward her door and furrowed her eyebrows at the door. Who was coming? She was about to open the door, but it was open from the outside, revealing Jaemin. "Is the movie already over? Where is Jungkook?" Her eyes searched for Jungkook, thinking he was coming behind Jaemin. "Stop asking about Jungkook. He is busy with his work. We have the free time alone now. Come on, let's do something." When he was about to hug her and leaned in, she stepped back in disbelief. "Jaemin, you are crossing your limits." "Don't be shy. I can feel you also have feelings for me, but you are shy and stubborn to reveal it." "What are you saying? No. I never even considered you that way. You are my brother-in-law. He pulled her closer and started touching her fondly. Feel like I'm your husband for a while, and then we will. Stop touching me, you. I'm a married woman. She pushed him back forcefully, her anger suppressing him as she defended herself. Don't you dare touch me, Jamie. What if I do? I'll tell your brother. I won't even give about that. I know you're a scared little girl, not a daring one. After all, I don't care about anything. What matter is that I want for you. There is nothing else I care. He came closer, cupping her face to kiss her, but she slapped him strongly, not thinking about anything else, making him freeze in disbelief. Do you think I'm a weak and pathetic girl who will cry and beg if you do whatever you want with me? He swallowed, noticing that when she was angrily without a trace of fear in her eyes, as if nothing could scare her now. Get out of my room. If you still dare to touch me, then be prepared. I won't even hesitate to attack you, to save myself from you. Jamie stepped back hesitantly. He believed she could do whatever she said now. Then he left the room immediately. After he left, she collapsed, her body shivering and tears were forming. Yes, she was scared of him, but she tried to be strong because if he knew she couldn't fight, he would have forced her. When he stepped into the room, he didn't see anything due to the darkness. He turned on the light and searched for wine. Then he left the room and went to the balcony. He sighed in relief upon seeing her standing, her back facing him. He smiled before calling her name. Wine, I'm home. He was cut off when she turned and immediately with teary eyes she ran to him and hugging him, leaving him clueless. His smile dropped, replaced by concern and tension. He gently caressed her back with his right hand while gripping her shoulder with his left, gently moving until she could face him. Why are you crying? Did something happen? Jungkook, your brother Jamin tried to force me. I got scared, but I slapped him, trying to be strong. She told him everything, not hiding anything. As he listened, he was in disbelief. His jaw tightened, and the veins on his neck visible in anger, but he ran his hand through his hair, trying to appear calm to her, not wanting to scare her. He wanted to go to Jamie, but he chose to first give her comfort and concern, making sure she felt safe, not letting her leave quickly. She was still shivering while telling him, and he suppressed his anger, trying to speak calmly to her. Ramsey, I'm already here, right? You aren't alone. Don't be scared. I know how terrible it is when a man suddenly attempts to force himself on you. But look, have you faced it and defend yourself? You did well. I appreciate you. Don't cry. You are a strong woman. No, I'm not strong enough. My heart is still shivering. He cupped her face and touched his lips to her softly, but he could still feel the shivers running through her as she continued to cry. See, I'm here. No one can harm you. I promise you. Please calm down, okay? Saying that, he wiped away her tears. She nodded, and he pressed her head against his heart, making sure she would calm down and not to cry anymore. I'm sorry. I couldn't even doubt him, but I was so proud of how you defend yourself rather than being weak. I was so scared, Jungkook. At the time, I thought my life would be destroyed. Nothing can destroy you. While I am by your side, you are mine. Be calm. Come, you need to rest. Your face is warm. He took her in his arms and carried her to the bedroom. Meanwhile, Jamin came out of his bedroom and stared at the door upstairs. While standing downstairs, tension began to build inside him. He never thought one would defend herself. He had assumed she would be scared of him, that she would stay silent and enjoy whatever he did. But now it was the complete opposite. He was getting scared. What if she had told Jungkook about this? He was thinking it's better to ask why not to tell Jungkook. He was thinking Jungkook hadn't come home yet. But when he saw the bedroom door open from the inside, he froze seeing Jungkook. Jaemin followed when he cut a brief glance from Jungkook. Jungkook was coming downstairs with a serious face. Jaemin sensed that Jungkook already knew. Before Jaemin could speak, Jungkook slapped him hard on the right cheek, causing a cut at the corner of his lip. Bro. Jungkook slapped the same cheek again, making Jaemin lower his head, not even trying to look at him. Is this what my wife gets for my husband's brother? Jaemin couldn't even dare to raise his head or say something, feeling ashamed and guilt by the way his brother was asking. How could you even think you can do something with your brother's wife? Did you forget that your brother's wife is like your mother too, after your own mother? At that, Jaemin raised his head and his eyes tear and filled with shame. I'm sorry, I just tried to act after flushed, forgetting of once. Please forgive me. I'm no longer your brother. After you laid your eyes on my wife, get out of here. Please listen to me. I never thought it would be this bad. How can you expect me to let you stay here under the same roof after you did something so wrong with my wife? I said get out. He shouted, clutching his fist and punching the wall. Jaemin understood he had lost his place in his brother's heart, and he was no longer his beloved brother. Okay, I'm leaving, but please no, I'm really sorry to both of you. With that, he turned to leave, wiping his tears. Jungkook didn't even look at him for the last time. He just slammed the door after Jaemin left. Vine was talking on the phone while putting the dishes on the dining table. Okay, I'll come soon. No, you are lying again, Mom. You said this last time too. She froze when Jungkook side hugged to her, nudging her from behind, making her speechless. No, honey, I'll come this time. Jungkook, I'm talking on the call. She whispered to him, trying to focus on the conversation, but he whispered back, kissing her shoulder. So what? I want to romance with my wife, but she isn't giving me any time. Jungkook, Vaughn, are you there? I'm not able to hear your voice. Mom. I think there is an issue with the signal. I'll call you later, okay? Sure. And take care of yourself, Jungkook. Okay, Mom, you too. When she hung up the call, Jungkook gave her a huggy on her neck, making her flinch. Jungkook, what if Mom hear her on the call? Then she would feel happy, knowing I was on my way to give her grandchildren. Shameless fellow. Why would I be ashamed to be near my boy? He pulled her closer and she looked away shyly. He gently turned her face toward him with his index finger placing it near her chin. Someone asked for babies. Looks like they forgot now. He said to her, recalling something, looking into her eyes, wiggling his eyebrows, teasing his wife. Then she face palm in shyness with a bit of embarrassment, as she is the one who asked him that last night.